Hey guys, welcome to pretty much my very first official Total War Shogun 2 episode. I recorded two in the past, and I didn't really like them. I didn't have my nice microphone, so I finally got a nice microphone, and I'm going to start recording these. And what I'm really doing here is kind of giving you guys content for when I go to college. That is happening quite soon, leaving in about 2 days, so I would like to get some of these commentaries out. I'm not really gonna start making videos again, but with my college schedule, I realized that I'm gonna be able to record more and stream less. I'm gonna have little breaks here and there, and less big breaks, less hour or two breaks where I can stream. So, to kick this off, we are going to watch my very first Fall of the Samurai battle, and it went really well. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys, but Total War Shogun 2 and Fall of the Samurai are totally different. Shogun 2 has bowmen. It's more directed around melee. Fall of the Samurai is when matchlocks and guns started coming out. And so the Fall of the Samurai is more like Empire, and it's much more gun orientated. You can have artillery and all that kind of stuff. So let me walk you through my army setup, and then I'll walk you through my enemies. I'll put it in slow motion so that way stuff is moving. So this is my very first battle. So I brought, I brought 4 of the Red Bear infantry. These guys are very good. Their statistics are awesome for very first units. I got them as a funky green right now, and I did change that. They look kind of ugly. So if you couldn't see me in the forest, now you can, because I'm wearing like freaking neon stuff. Okay, I got a spear levy behind it. This is my first battle, and I didn't really know how much of melee I was going to get into, so I was like, hey, I'll bring him just in case he's got a ton of cav, and I can kind of fend him off with that. Then I got my general, and I've got 2 Yari Ki over here. I keep on wanting to call him Yari Cav, but that is Shogun 2. So yeah, I got my Yari Ki over here, going to capture the shrine. This is undoubtedly the most important building you can capture. It boosts your morale, and for the first couple of battles, and for the first while, actually, you want to make the shrine your main goal in terms of buildings, because your starting units will have pretty crappy morale. So, the enemy does start moving eventually. I thought I put it in play. There we go. He's got, he's got Black Tortoise, he's got White Tiger, he's got another Black Tortoise, and I think maybe another white, another Black Tortoise. And so he's got 4 Black Tortoise and 1 White Tiger. Now, I am very new to the Fall of the Samurai, so I don't actually know how good these units are. I know they're not as good as Red Bear Infantry. You guys will see they do get a little bit outmatched. So, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to capture this. This is a sword dojo. It increases the melee and attack and charge of all units for my horsemen. As you can see, I've dismounted my horsemen. I've moved them off to the side here just in case they want to try to charge me. Not charge me, but get some shots off. Again, here's my dorky looking freaking neon stuff. Here's my red bears looking awesome. Okay, so I realize I put him here for now because I would like to capture this, and then I put him below this hill because I don't want any shots being taken yet. I want to kind of get in a decent formation before I start doing anything. So I see my enemy starting to go off to the right here, knowing he doesn't want a direct engagement yet. So seeing that, I do eventually move my men on top, as you can see here, because they're currently in this hill and they don't have any line of sight. So I move them up here, and I eventually move them a little bit further, just to get a slight hill advantage. And so if you're ever shooting uphill, you're always going to be less accurate, because part of getting kills is hitting the guys behind them. So if they're shooting at these units right here, they can easily miss and hit these units, or even my my general. And you'll hear a lot, your general will be way in the back, and they'll say your general's under fire, because a lot of stray bullets go that way. So I've almost captured the shrine. I actually have, and now I realize he doesn't have enough units. I kind of counted, I'm like, those I know are relatively cheap units, and he's only got 5 of them. That doesn't seem quite right. So I'm like, okay, I need to go scouting. I don't want to send all my infantry into this woods, which I was originally going to do. I was going to kind of wrap around this flank if there's cav in there. So I decided to take my cav and rush it down and just scout over here just to make sure I'm not going to get flanked. But then we got a pretty classic standoff here. It seems to happen a lot in Fall of the Samurai. Nobody wants to move. They want the first volley, which does make a lot of sense. You get the first volley, you get you know, a good 100 guys shooting at a line, you're going to take out quite a bit. So I have my cav running in, and I was lucky enough to run right at their cav. And I've got Yari feet, and these are enemy Yari feet. As you can see, they've already taken 14 casualties, 15 casualties. They're dropping like flies. So I rushed my general over there, thinking that I might have some trouble, just because I'm not sure. It's my first battle, and a lot of times, this guy is a 5-star, by the way. He's not a 1-star or a 0-star. He's a 5-star, and I was a 0-star. So I realized that he is getting broken, and I rushed my general back over to the battle, seeing that he is kind of pushing up a little bit. So I rush him back over this way, and I wipe my opponent's cav from the battlefield. And I can't imagine that's it. So I kind of scan the rest of these forts just to make sure. But with his cavalry gone, I realized I pretty much have an open map to freely harass these guys with my cav with, which is huge, especially with musketmen. Musketmen, they have decent melee, but they're not very good against cav. You need spear levy and all that kind of stuff for that. So realizing that I have a huge cav advantage, I rush these guys and try to split my opponent's forces. As you can see, I wouldn't have done this, although I would have brought in melee units as well, at least 1 or 2 to combat these men. So as you can see, he starts splitting his forces here, which makes his front weaker, which is what I want to do. So I want to keep on moving my horsemen around his flank until he gets really uncomfortable and starts moving then. Now I kind of want to separate my men from this dojo. I'm splitting them up, 2 on this side, 2 on that side, and then my spear levy is going to be right in the middle, and they pretty much serve as cannon fodder later on, realizing that there is no cav for these guys to work their magic on. They're going to have to be cannon fodder. So I just move them up in the middle, and we're still out of range, and I realize that my opponent is going to be the camper type. I'm going to have to make the first move, so I do eventually, but not right now. I want to keep on moving my original plan was to take this archery dojo. This increases the reload rate and is amazingly effective. And as you see, my enemy popped his rally a long time ago, which I didn't really see the point of that. But I was originally going to capture this, and I realized if I was going to try to dismount, I was going to get destroyed by these men right here. So I decided to not dismount and to just keep them here and harass them. I decided to make sure I wasn't too close, and I backed off just a tad bit. As you can see, I keep on creeping my men up. As you can see, I keep moving them ever so slightly. I'm not exactly sure what these tortoises have in terms of range, but I'm pretty sure they're about 125, which is what my red bear is. So we're kind of at a standoff right now. As you can see, I will use my spear levy once the firefight gets underway, and here it goes. Right about now, the first shots do get fired by the enemy, and I believe that actually happens on this flank. And for some reason, I'm in range with them, but they aren't with me, apparently, because they're not shooting. But I had to actually give a fire command in order to do that. There's the first volley. And as you can see, we're actually I've already lost 50 men. I saw it and I was like, holy cow, these muskets are very good. But he did have both his lines firing attack, because this line's not doing any damage. So, seeing that this line's getting kind of wrecked, I decided to take my spear levy and serve as cannon fodder, rush right up the middle, cause a little disturbance. In the meanwhile, he has rushed another group of infantry back here. I'm realizing that's probably not a good idea. He rushes them back forward. And again, my cav are serving as just a distraction right now. If I rush into this, it's not going to be no bueno. And I see now that these guys have vacated this area right here, leaving this entire flank wide open. So I see that, and I eventually bring my cav right in here, and kind of wreck these guys. And here they are coming in right now. And I can't remember. I don't think I actually get to his black tortoises. His commander comes down, and I think, kill him. But right now we're just exchanging some musket fire. My spear levies are going up the middle, again, just serving as a meat shield, and if they do get to them, they're going to cause quite a havoc. As you can see, his commander here is trying to countercharge. I don't know if I would have done that. I mean, that is your stingy commander. So they do kind of pull off that way, and I realize, hey, his commander's second best. This dude I really want, because morale of these cheap units is not very good. So they've kind of formed back in some kind of line, but firing my spear levies. So as you can see, just taking loads of casualties. And my spear levies didn't even get into him. Actually, a couple did. Wrecked. They got wrecked. I do have the graphics turned down a little bit. I will turn those up eventually. But as you can see now, I totally routed his general off the field. They did get some shots in my hierarchy, but this group still has 48, and this group has 47, I believe. Oh, 30 and 47. So I decided to take my hierarchy and kind of run them off the field for now. And while these guys are distracted by my hierarchy, I move up my red bears and put a couple volleys in these guys. And these guys are almost toast. They're down to half strength, and they're not doing so hot. On both flanks, as you guys can see, I'm doing pretty well. I'm focusing fire on these guys. So yeah, and for some reason these guys decided to move up as I was shooting at them. I'm not sure if that made any sense, but you know. My opponent did some things that didn't make much sense in this, separating his men and creating a weaker front line. So again, I go up to the middle here. These guys, not in the middle, to the back. These men do turn around. And they turn back around. Oh no, sorry, no they don't. They just did free maneuver. But I'm in no hurry. I severely outnumber him and outgun him, so I'm going to keep on moving up my men and start taking out this group as well. And once this group realizes, hey, I'm getting shot in the back, that's when my cav charge will come. But I believe at this time, my game actually froze, and I lost connectivity. But it did give me a victory, and as you guys could see, I was surely going to win, because these guys were either going to get shot in the back or they were going to get cav charged. Either way, they were dead. This group was about to get unloaded on. So, I apologize. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm acting like this is the stream. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you guys want to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, I appreciate it. I'm going to be doing a lot of these. Probably tonight, and just kind of have them all queued up and ready to go. But yeah, if you guys like more of these, I might post more of them in the future. I'm a huge fan of Total War. I love the strategy. I love everything about it. And yeah, I'll be posting some of these quite often. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for coming out. My name is Keevan, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.